Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer those questions as we go or after the stream as well. Without all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. Developing now, no one was hurt in a fire at Hiawatha Log Homes in Whitmer this afternoon. The mill at the business is a total loss. The fire broke out around 1:30 this afternoon. Multiple crews were on the scene, including the Munising Fire Department, the Audrain Township Fire Department, and the Rock River Township Fire Department. TV6 will keep you updated on this developing situation as more information becomes available. The federal jury trial for a Houghton man concluded this afternoon. 23-year-old Nathan Whedon was convicted of 2 charges for defacing a Jewish synagogue in Hancock. Whedon was convicted on 2 federal charges: conspiracy against rights and damage to religious property. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Michigan, Mark Totten, says Whedon conspired with 2 others. All 3 were members of a white supremacist organization called The Base. In September 2019, Whedon spray-painted swastikas on the walls of Temple Jacob. Attorney Totten says the jury deliberated for less than 2 hours.
I think that sends a message across the Upper Peninsula, across the state of Michigan and beyond, that hate is not going to be tolerated.
Whoops, looks like we had a little bit of a slip up with our video there, but for more information on that story, you can go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And in continuing coverage, following Governor Whitmer's State of the State address last night, UP lawmakers are sharing their takeaways. Whitmer outlined her goals for the legislature. These plans include $1.4 billion in spending to create 10,000 new homes in the state, free preschool and tax credit for caregivers.
So we have
Republican Senator Ed McBroom says these legislation goals are too costly to sustain. Democratic Representative Jen Hill says the spending is an investment.
We're being focused on our attention on how we're spending the money. We're not doing it all over the place. This is housing, education, childcare, healthcare access.
It was, free. And hey, every problem that we've got, don't worry, we're spending money on that. So, problems should go away soon, you would think.
The 2 lawmakers say they hope to work together to secure more funding for projects in the UP this year. A Marquette Service Club inducted 4 new members this morning. The Kiwanis Club of Marquette has seen an increase in membership in the last few months and now has 44 people. The club volunteers and donates to community events around Marquette County with the goal of giving back. The Kiwanis Club of Marquette president says there's new life in the organization.
It seemed like our numbers were dropping, but I'm happy there's a new energy in the club. We got some new young people added, and again, having 4 members and 1 day added is kind of a big deal when you're a membership of 40 people. If you're looking for a way to better connect with your community and you enjoy volunteering, Kiwanis Club is the place for you.
The group has a weekly breakfast meeting at Big Boy in Marquette. To learn more, you can visit our website. And the Lake Superior Community Partnership is introducing quarterly breakfast meetings that focus on economic development in Marquette County. Each quarter will be a different topic that guests can attend to learn what the LSCP is doing. These breakfasts are open to both members and non-members. The CEO says he wants this event to be an opportunity for the community to learn more about what are the current development efforts.
The big takeaway we want people to understand is that there is a lot happening around housing. I think it can sometimes feel like we're just spinning our wheels, right? We don't necessarily see housing going up overnight, but housing was never built overnight, right? So it took us decades to get into this crisis, and we're hopefully going to get out of it quicker than that.
The first breakfast will be Friday the 26th at 7:30 in the morning at the Ramada Inn. And students at Escanaba Area Public Schools learn how to be leaders as early as kindergarten and all the way through high school graduation. Superintendent Kobe Fletcher says EAPS started the leader in, we're going to start that one again. Superintendent Kobe Fletcher says EAPS started the Leader in Me program in 2018. The program, based on Franklin Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, helps students develop leadership skills they use their entire lives. One student says habit 3, put first things first, is their favorite.
So you can get your work done, so then you don't have to do it while it's nighttime and you're really wanting to have some popcorn, you sometimes have supper and go to bed.
A second grade teacher at Lemmer Elementary says he's committed to teaching his students the habits so they can go on to be the world changers they were meant to be. A group of friends in Gladstone are working to preserve the city's history for current and future generations. The group started the Gladstone Historical Committee last summer. Members say they realized if they didn't maintain the city's history, it would be lost forever. They are focusing on gathering pieces of history and creating signs to mark historic structures. The group hopes to draw tourists to the area for a walking tour.
We're also going to develop a 6-sided brochure that people can take with them when they do a walking tour of Gladstone to the various sites that will be signed.
To get involved or to learn more about how your historical home in Gladstone can be on the walking tour, go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. Big news for a UP business owner and brewer. An owner of the Ordock Brewing Company has been elected as president of the Michigan Brewers Guild. TV6 senior reporter Jerry Tudor spoke with her about this historic appointment and what she hopes to accomplish.
Andrea Pernsteiner is the owner of the Ordock Brewing Company. She's back from Kalamazoo after being elected to her second term with the Michigan Brewers Guild. She will serve as the first female and UP native president of the Guild.
It's kind of like a double whammy. It's kind of cool. But like I said, the whole state's had such a rich brewing tradition, but Marquette has too. The Veerling was one of the first breweries to even be involved in the Guild. How cool is that? So we've got great representation here in the Upper Peninsula.
Pernsteiner founded and opened the Ordock back in 2012 and has seen plenty of growth since then, including the bottling and canning of their beer and the addition of seltzers. Pernsteiner says the Michigan Brewers Guild works to protect and promote craft beer in the state.
Protecting it from the standpoint, we like to represent all of our member breweries and those in the industry in Lansing. There's always legislation and conversations around the industry, and so it's to be able to protect what we're doing as business owners and brewers in the state, and then promote the industry.
Pernsteiner says the industry continues to be very diverse, and she's happy to be part of that.
As we evolve as an industry, as we grow as an industry, we're certainly becoming more and more diverse. And, I certainly hope that by being a part of the Michigan Brewers Guild and a part of the board, I represent some of that diversity. But the reality is the diversity extends so much farther.
The Michigan Brewers Guild hosts beer-themed events across the state. Its largest event, hosted in Upper Michigan, is the UP Fall Beer Fest. Jerry Tudor, TV6 News, Marquette.
Thank you, Jerry. Finally tonight, Lions fans around the UP are preparing for Sunday's NFC Championship game. Fans have waited 32 years for the Lions to get this far. Diggs Bar in Marquette says it will have free Jell-O shots Sunday night if the Lions win. The Rapid River Pub says even the area's non-Lions fans show up in support. Third Coast Pizzeria in Marquette says it'll have tons of specials during the game.
He's making authentic Coney dog style chili, like Detroit style. So we'll have Coney dogs, chili cheese fries. Might even make a Honolulu Blue Hawaiian Lions Punch, or Lions Kool-Aid.
Margaritas and half-off food prices for customers wearing Lions colors on Sunday night. And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in on Sunday night, where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8/7 Central Time with a recap of Sunday's headlines. If you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom, and again, you can contact us at any time. We'd love to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Don't forget, you can find us streaming on Facebook or YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. And thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk and bearing with me through some of our technical difficulties tonight. I hope you all have a great rest of your night and a great weekend.